Welcome, everyone. So, in today's explainer, I'm going to reveal a massive hidden data loss problem inside NotebookLM and exactly how to fix it. We're talking about a strategy that can literally 10x your productivity. Let's get right into it.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your AI completely missed a crucial data table in your research? Or maybe it just skipped over a core section entirely? It's incredibly frustrating, right? Well, it's a super common pain point. The truth is, when you upload a raw PDF, NotebookLM actually only sees about 60% of your content. The rest, it's basically invisible to the AI.
And here is exactly why that happens. On the left side, you've got your standard raw PDF upload, which leaves this huge blind spot, just that 60% visibility. But check out the right side. When we use a structured Markdown format, the document explicitly tags every single header and perfectly rebuilds the tables. Boom! You instantly boost the AI's data visibility up to 95%. For your research workflows, this is absolutely night and day. Okay, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll cover that hidden data loss problem. Then, the 5-step Markdown pipeline, followed by a quick look at web versus local Python tools. After that, we'll do a 2-minute manual review, share some advanced tips and formats, and finally, show you where to access your complete guide.
All right, part 1, the hidden data loss problem, and exactly why raw PDFs are failing your AI.
Here's the core issue. PDFs encode visual layout, not semantic structure. To a computer, a header isn't actually tagged as a header. It's just text with a bigger font size. And a table? It's really just a rectangle stuffed with jumbled text. Because of this, headers get lost, footnotes get randomly injected right into the middle of paragraphs, and multi-column text, it just turns into complete nonsense. The AI simply cannot read it properly. Which brings us to part 2, the 5-step Markdown pipeline. This is your blueprint for perfect AI ingestion.
Think of this as your mental map. This incredibly methodical approach guarantees pristine data extraction every single time. Step 1 is to assess your PDF. Step 2, choose the right tool. Step 3, convert it to a .md or Markdown file. Step 4, do a quick 2-minute cleanup check. And Step 5, upload it to NotebookLM. Let's start with Step 1, assessing your document. Remember, not all PDFs are created equal. First up, is it text-based or scanned? A super quick test is just to try highlighting the text with your cursor. Next, does it have complex data tables? And third, what's the document length? NotebookLM has a 500,000-word limit per source, so we really need to know what we're dealing with before we start converting.
Moving on to part 3, web versus local Python tools. This is all about choosing the right converter for step 2.
You've got quite a few options here, so let's match the tool to the task. For simple text-heavy documents, a web tool like PDF-to-MD is incredibly fast. But if your PDF is packed with complex tables and formulas, you'll want the local Python script called Marker. It is the gold standard. It even extracts images and has built-in OCR. Dockling is fantastic for academic papers, and Gemini is actually a really great AI web alternative for medium-length docs. So just match the tool to your document's complexity.
Once you've picked your tool, step 3 is the actual conversion. And I promise this is super simple. Whether you're using a 30-second drag-and-drop web tool or running 3 quick terminal commands for a Python tool like Marker, the whole execution process is fast and highly reliable.
Now, if you're leaning toward Gemini as a quick no-install converter, here's a massive value add for you. To get the best results, use this exact prompt. Convert this entire PDF to clean, well-structured Markdown. Preserve 1, all heading hierarchy using heading tags, and 2, all tables as proper Markdown tables with pipes. Using this specific wording practically forces the AI to keep that exact semantic structure we desperately need. And here is a real pro tip for those absolutely massive documents. If your PDF is over 300 pages, grab a free app called PDF-SAM. You use it to chop that giant document into smaller, manageable chapters before you convert. That way, you can upload them as multiple, clean sources into NotebookLM and totally bypass those pesky word limits. It's a lifesaver.
Let's move to part 4, the 2-minute manual review. This is step 4, ensuring flawless data integrity. Look, a master researcher always does a quick manual check. Just open your shiny new Markdown file in any basic text editor. You're looking for 3 things. 1, broken tables. You can usually fix these just by realigning those vertical pipe characters. 2,
artifact text, so deleting repeating headers or footers like page 47. And 3, garbled sections, where a multi-column layout might have merged weirdly. Honestly, most files will need 0 fixes, but this 2-minute check is your absolute ultimate quality guarantee.
Finally, we reach step 5, the upload. Just drag and drop that cleaned-up Markdown file straight into NotebookLM. Because Markdown files are basically tiny, pure text files with crystal-clear semantics, they process so much faster. Plus, they give the AI exactly what it needs to output incredibly high-quality answers.
Now for part 5, advanced tips and formats, specifically when you should actually be using web archives or MHTML.
This is a super nuanced choice, and honestly, it's something most people completely overlook. See, Markdown is best for deep analysis, textbooks, reports, papers, where the semantic structure of the text is your absolute #1 priority. But if you're dealing with a highly visual document, like a design portfolio or a glossy brochure, save it directly from Chrome as a web archive or .mhtml file. When you drop that into NotebookLM, it flawlessly preserves the visual layout. All right, part 6, access your complete guide and take your second brain to the absolute next level.
Head over to NotebookLM-guide.com. You can grab the full guide, the complete tool list, and subscribe to our email list for even more deep dives. I'll leave you with this one thought. When you can have 100% perfectly structured control over your data, why on earth would you settle for a 60% blind spot? AI isn't going to replace you, but someone who knows how to feed it perfect data definitely will. Start your productivity evolution right now, and I'll see you in the next one.